All right, one more music story, and we'll call that a segment. You ready?
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
It's right in the same vein. Stryper. I'm sure you're aware of Stryper.
Yeah. Where's Stryper?
Stryper have postponed their previously announced tour in September for economic and other reasons. The veteran Christian rockers announced the postponement in a statement on social media Monday, the 22nd. The band wrote, "It is with a heavy heart that we are postponing most of our September tour dates to the spring and summer of 2023.
Okay.
Refunds will automatically be issued. If you have purchased a meet and greet through Stryper's e-tix page, those will be refunded as well. New dates for next year are being rescheduled now. We will be able to keep several of the 2022 tour dates as scheduled, including the Texas dates and blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, there are some economic cards stacked against us. Anyone in the music business will tell you about the tour bus and labor shortage out there."
Mm-hmm.
I was not aware of a tour bus shortage, but we're feeling it firsthand. The tour bus business is like the housing market right now, with 10 times more bands trying to rent buses than are available. And you've seen the cost of gas lately. When you're putting 10,000 plus miles on a bus, as we're planning to do, gas prices absolutely matter for a tour like ours. There are some other issues at hand as well that played a part in our decision to postpone the tour. As you can imagine, we're very disappointed to have to make this decision. At the same time, we're excited about what is to come. And then they go on to talk about they have a new album and blah, blah, blah. But basically, that sounds to me like they just can't afford to tour right now.
Well, probably. I mean, but I'm surprised that they're doing a bus tour.
I am too. I'm surprised they're not doing like fly-ins on weekends or whatever.
Because anymore, a bus tour, touring in a bus doesn't make a lot of sense, economic wise.
The problem might be that they can't get any weekend dates with the appropriate size for their band.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, their band is bigger than small and smaller than big, I guess.
Yeah.
They're right in that middle spot. They're like the, House of Blues type of a band. And I would bet you there's no weekend dates available.
Yeah. Well, yeah, again, they were too late to the party, and, everybody who wanted to get out there to tour booked up all the venues.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, yeah, you guys are going to have to play on a Wednesday. It's like,
Yeah. But in order to do like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday types of gigs, what do they got to do? They got to be on a bus. They're not going to do fly-ins for that.
Right. I agree.
You gotta do a bus tour, and to do the bus tour, you gotta have a bus, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of bands gave up the whole bus thing about 15, 20 years ago.
Sure. But those bands don't tour. Like Stryper still tours like an 80s band.
Mm-hmm.
Stryper books a tour, and it's like 75 shows in 81 days or whatever.
Right.
I mean, they still tour like a band in the 80s. They don't. I've never heard of them doing like fly-in dates or whatever. They've always been that. Like they still put out a record and then they tour the record. They're still kind of old school with that. I guess God has told them that's the way to tour. but yeah, apparently they're not going out on tour right now because they can't find a bus. How fucking nuts is that? Did you ever think we'd hear that?
Well, again, they did. I'm sure there might be buses available,
right?
But they don't have a driver or crew to drive it.
Yeah, there's that too. Or they may not have stagehands either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the stage workers might already be hired up for other tours.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it's weird seeing. I don't ever remember a time in my life that day-to-day economics literally stopped shows. Do you?
Well, we have not. The times that we live in now are just unprecedented.
Thanks for checking out this episode of The Classic Metal Show. Get all of our episodes uncensored at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. Join us weekly from 9 p.m. till 3 a.m. Eastern at www.cmsradio.net. Participate in the live chat room at www.chatandkill.com. Once again, thank you for checking out The Classic Metal Show with Neeley and Chris. Hail and kill, fuck you, pal, and hand job!